claiming to be a shaykh or a guide, and asking to enter Allah's oceans of nothingness, to do nothing and to remind ourselves in the way of nothingness, while everything around us is constantly asking us to be from the ocean of somethingness. That everything of dunya is meant to inflate us, and the way of marifah, the way of Allah's maqam and ihsan, to pray as if you see Allah means that reality is in the reality of non-existence, Allah, which signified by Lam Alif. In the huruf, the way of reality, its sum is in the La, its understanding is in the La, and to be with the people of that reality, that to understand their movements, to understand the reality which Allah has given to them, and to follow that way and to follow that example. One of its ways of understanding and opening that reality is in the knowledge of numbers. That Allah has perfectly numbered everything. That the number code is the angelic reality. As we said many times before from Mawlana Shaykh's teaching, the kalam and the words have a lot of room for error. Most computer programmers understood that. If you put the note wrong, put the letter incorrect, has completely different meaning. The numeric code in which Allah describes that everything is perfectly numbered. And many will find their reality in that understanding. Because Allah knew that in the last days, many in the fields of physics and sciences, they're seeing that everything is numbered and perfectly organized, and there is no randomness. To reach that reality, we don't want to go from the beginning of its understanding, but awwalun huwa, one being the awwal and 9 being the akhir. Means that these are the basic building codes of numeric understanding that understand our beginning and our origin from the oneness of Allah. And then the 2 is actually 2 ones. They study logic that 1 plus 1, they say it's 2, it's actually no 1 plus 1. That 1, the reality of 2 is the reflection of Allah's ahadiyya realities, wa ruh al-wahid alayhi salatu salam, that Allah is now opening the reality of that 2 is a reflection of my Divine realities. Means La ilaha illallah is 1, Muhammadun Rasulullah is a ruh al-wahid, and the reality of the reflection of the 1. All the way through the reality of numbers into the 9. And the 9 being the sultan of numbers, 9 being the highest of numbers, because after 9 becomes double digit. It becomes 1 and 0, 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 0, 2 and 1. The highest number, the highest power is the reality of that 9. And if we study 9 in mathematics, they call it a miraculous number. Anything that you multiply 9 by, it returns itself to 9. It's important, that reality, because the 9 symbolizes the sultan, the perfection of insan kamil, the perfected being. Allah wants us to know it is the 9 of creation. It's a miraculous reality that I have given to creation, and that 9 is truly a 0. It submits itself to becoming nothing. So many different scientific equations and mathematicians will begin to talk about the miraculous nature of 9. But for us, 9 multiplied by 2 goes back to 9, 18, 1 and 8. 9 multiplied by 4 becomes 36, goes 3 and 6, back to 9. It's miraculous nature, Allah describing that this perfected reality, whatever it multiplies itself by, will render itself back to that reality. It means that the secret of multiplication is the fana, is a fusion. You're fusing a 9 with a 2 to get a result. It means you're bringing something, 2 elements together to get a result, a third element. But Allah is teaching that with this 9, if you can fuse your reality with a 9, if you can connect your heart with the souls that I have given this reality to, these are Ibadur Rahman. Allah describes them in Surah Al-Rahman in Holy Quran. Alam al-Quran, khalaq al-insan. These are not regular souls. Allah describes throughout the Quran, whom we have given a nur, they have a nur. Whom we have not given a nur, they have no nur. It's not a nur that you can achieve through amal. You can pray all day long. If Allah has not given that reality, there is no way to achieve that reality. You can do any amal you want through the door of amal, but you cannot achieve that light in which Allah giving. That is a gift and a ni'mah from Allah, and that's why then the whole secret of companionship. Accompany Prophet because he has been given that light. Accompany the Ahlul Bayt and Nabi because they are inheritors of that light. Accompany Ashab and Nabi they are the perfections of that light. And that light Prophet described in Holy Hadith, follow my companions, they are like a najm, a star. A star on a dark night. There can be many lights. But why Prophet wanted us to know najm? Because later when we study astrology and study the stars in the heaven, a star is different than a planet. It's a source of light. That there's a reaction within its being, it has virtually no mass. It's a fire. Was it fusion or fission? Fusion, the energy that comes together. We use fission and explode. Divine brings together clean energy and produces eternal realities. These are not exploding, but these are constantly producing energy. Nur and Allah Nur, so that the Nur Allah describes them. Light upon light means you can't understand where its light is coming, it's from Izzatullah. Means that light is a divine light. And then math and the reality of numeric code begins to teach us that this is the reality of the night. They are the gifted souls, purified souls in which Allah has granted them alam al-Qur'an, because the source of their nur is Qur'an.